Day 32 of the 40-Day Soul Fast by Dr. Cindy Trims. Today's chapter focuses on the power of partnering, but I wanted to focus today on the subtext, which is loyalty. Guys, I'm not going to necessarily, go in today because my day has been an interesting day, to be very honest. What I'm just going to do now is I'm going to just read statements that stood out to me, and I'll just, suggest that you sit with it. Also asking questions as well that you can sit with, ponder on, and just reflect for yourself as well. So one of the first things that stood out to me when she talked about loyalty is where she says here, our choices and actions reflect a very important characteristics of living authentically. Loyalty. How congruently are you living when it comes to what you do? I'm not referring to your profession, but your behavior. As you journey towards authenticity, you cannot separate the intent, the motives and desires residing within your heart from your behavior, aligning your thoughts, words and actions with your higher purpose as well as the greater good. It all requires loyalty. A person who is not loyal is unsettled and unstable. God cannot reward such a person. Wow. When I say reading this chapter this morning, I knew that my mind was not ready to conceive this chapter. And I feel like that's the reason why I'm just coming here to read. I'm sorry if I'm not giving my best self, but genuinely is one of those ones where I'm having to still sit because I know that I've not even looked at this side of my life. I've not even sat down for once to assess how loyal I am. So I like to think that I'm a loyal person and that I have a loyal personality, but sometimes you can just assume things, right? But when you look back on your life and the things that you do, you really start to think, am I really a loyal person, right? I'm not gonna lie, this subtext is really something that I don't know. I don't even feel like I'm ready to face it. When it comes to loyalty, sometimes you think you're loyal, but when you look back at the patterns in your actions, is there really loyalty if we're being real? So that's for me. You can ask yourself that question. Today's one of those days where I'm finding it hard to face the reality of the truth of this text, and I can't really take it in. Remember, this is a journey of authenticity. I'm not going to come here and sit like I know everything. I'm a student for life. I'm calling you to join me on this journey as well. So that's why I really wanted to be vulnerable to just let you know today that I've not really been able to conceive what today's chapter is talking about, and maybe my mind is just not ready for it. But I know that if I go into it, I'm going to uncover a lot of things, and I just don't feel ready for it, to be very honest. I would love to become a loyal person, if I'm being honest. So yeah, this is just me being honest. This is what this whole platform is about: the honesty, the vulnerability, the desire to grow and to become better. And then she says, there is no going wrong for those who are loyal at heart. And the question that she asked here is, how is God's loyalty working in and through your life? Whew. Can I be honest with you? Honestly, my answer to this question is that God's loyalty working in and through my life is genuinely tough love. He has his moments of soft love with me, but I feel like majority of the time it's tough love. I don't know if anyone else out there can relate, but that's how I feel. And she's asked here, in what areas might your loyalties be divided? What can you do to change that? When this question came about, I knew that I was not ready to sit with it. I'm sorry, I feel like this whole 40-day fast, I've dived into so many deep things emotionally and psychologically that I'm just I do not have the capacity to start answering this question here. I don't want to sit down and reflect about it today. Today's not the day. So I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip it if I'm being honest. Listen, I'm just being human right here. I'm just going to skip it. I don't have the capacity to do it today. I don't have the capacity to think and reflect. I'm feeling overwhelmed because I've had to do some really deep work, and it's really scary. It's really scary. So, hey, I'm going to leave that question with you. If you do have the capacity, then please go ahead and answer that question for yourself, right? And then she says here, if you want to lock arms and do life with quality people of understanding who are trustworthy and loyal, you will have to prove yourself loyal. Loyalty is the pledge of truth to oneself and others. This is a quote by Ada Velez Bodley. But thank you so much for tuning in to day 32, and I will see you in day 33.